Friends, super welcome to this brand new video series where I will uncover my wish list. It is loaded with the best and most brutal indie games out there. And before we get this started, the wish list is loaded with upcoming games, so none of these games are released yet. See this video as a way for you to fill up your wish list even more. Now, let's freaking go. So my broskis, starting this video off is a very unique game that focuses most of its power on the brutality of fighting. But it does it with a super unique twist, for you see you have no health bar in this game. To regain your freedom, you have to fight through 25 of Buddha's prison cells, managing your risk and reward by switching up your fighting style. But it will not be as easy as an arena acting as a full level. Oh no, there's platforming, secrets to find, skills to unlock, friends and foes to be made on your journey. But the game's glory still lays in its brutal looking combat and the uniqueness of it. And boy oh boy does this game look good. I love its art style and overall detail, toppled with some great animations and gore. A bewildering tale of a trash can hobo's rise to becoming the universe's most effective security software. That, my broskis, is Divine Frequency for you. Currently, it has one of the most atmospheric, if not the absolute most atmospheric demo that you can find out there. Created in the GC Doom engine, one would think that some good old sprites shouldn't be that terrifying. But oh boy, would you be wrong. The combat in this game is on the slower side, almost modern Resident Evil with some inventory management, slower reloads and every bullet counts kind of gameplay. Which means if you miss one too many shots, the only thing left to do is either think very smart or just like me go full-blown panic mode and hope for the best. Which is absolutely fucking terrifying. And of course that is not all that is terrifying about the game. The atmosphere is super dark, super intense and really immerses you. And then the game is loaded with jump scares due to its absolutely friggin' wicked monstrosities. Now, if you do like me and go full-blown panic mode, let me tell you that most of the time my method doesn't really work too well in this game. But somehow, with enough tries, I eventually get it done.
I wish I hadn't come here for this.
Now this one I actually covered too many times, and updates they are way too far and few in between to actually have anything new to say about it, but I'll say this, I freaking hope that it sees the light of day in 2025. More dinosaur first-person shooters for the people. And while I have more dino games in this video, this one is the most narrative one of them all, and it also lets you play as the creatures themselves. You know, to solve puzzles, to progress and so on and so forth. But of course that won't be the main playstyle of this game. You will be playing as a good old human that somehow transfers her consciousness into the actual creatures. And the game looks absolutely phenomenal graphics wise, and I really hope that the gameplay can live up to the graphics. But will we find out in 2025? I have no freaking idea, but it's on my wish list. Ooh, now this one was just announced as I'm writing this script, a brand new side-scroller from the publisher Retro Vibe and developer Tactical Dogs. The world, it is coming to an end, everything is lost and destroyed, humanity is in disarray. Carefully aim your repeater pistol at a huge mosquito and down the bulging insects with 2 well-placed shots. Jump down the ledge of a dilapidated building, yeah, reclaimed by arborescent vegetation. Also dodge acidic slime thrown by a hideous mutant and bury a blood-red fire axe in its disgusting head. Such is the adrenaline-fueled thrill of the looter. And the name, of course, spoils another aspect of the game. It's about looting things from the golden days. Use the loot to craft new items, and use blueprints or sell them for that sweet, sweet gold. And apart from those incredibly hard to pronounce words, I am really liking what I'm seeing here. Friends, just a quick reminder, if you're liking what you're seeing so far, remember to hit that like and subscribe. It will mean the world to me if you did, and you would be provided a lot more things like this in the future. Let's continue.
Heaven and hell are at war. Angels have fallen, and demons have risen in their legions. You are an Unawake. The eternal fate of all humanity lies with you.
Now my friends, thanks to the newly released game Void, which is a semi-open world hack and slash RPG, I am now very, very excited for this game. Albeit, Unawake is slower paced than the likes of Void, but that doesn't necessarily throw me off. Unawake has all the elements of different weapons, upgrades, both fast and slow, and the risk of running into multiple enemies at a time. But it still relies more on the block, parry, strike tactic, more than going in full force slashing everything that you see as fast as you can. But as I said, that doesn't necessarily throw me off, because it doesn't mean that it won't feel great. But one thing that I'm not sure of is if the game will be open world, semi-open world or linear. I have actually no idea. Nonetheless, I can't wait to jump into it and slash some demon heads. Coming right up might be the most colorful, brightest game in the list, but freaking hell does it look gorgeous, blending modern environments with pixely sprite characters, looking super artistic and genius in a side-scroller like this one. Decades after the outbreak, you play as a survivor stranded in an old-world suburban neighborhood. You get to explore the lives of people long gone through their forgotten belongings, and uncover secrets as you search for supplies in this 2.5D pixel puzzle platformer inspired by adventure games of old. And of course, not to be forgotten, the gore and combat of this game, delivering that extra feel to it with not too many encounters, but making each and every encounter feel and be somewhat memorable.
Hey, this is Andy Shepkowski calling on a recorded line. I can't tell you everything over the phone, but you need to come down here tonight, please. 6 p.m. I'll let you into the building. Place will be empty.
Now most of you broskis already know about this game. It's the retro dinosaur shooter of retro dinosaur shooters that we seem to have to wait forever on. Yep, but to my other surprise and happiness actually, the developers have shown a sign of life over on Twitter. The game is being worked on. They have buried their heads deep into development, and that's why they are being so silent. But 2025 is looking very bright for Compound to finally see the light of day, or at least so I hope. Now for those of you who don't know what Compound Fracture is, it is a survival horror-esque boomer shooter, loaded with story, puzzles, and slower-paced combat for that terrifying feel of encountering a prehistoric monstrosity. Ooh, Sophonce! A sci-fi first-person shooter developed by one person that looks to be more ambitious than most AAA games out there. It's actually a sci-fi horror first-person shooter that puts us in a dark atmosphere versus unthinkable robotics that are out to kill us very, very brutally. Luckily, the developer of this game has given us tools to fight back versus these robotic monstrosities. Yep. An insane amount of firearms, kinetic abilities, and of course, bullet time. It looks like a bloody good time, but there is one catch here. During the First Person Shooter Fest in 2024, there was a demo released for this, and that demo was completely unplayable thanks to it being so unoptimized. Now, the release date is set for the third quarter of 2025, so hopefully that is enough time for this one developer to optimize the game. I'm staying optimistic at least. Friends, thank you a million times for watching all the way to the end. You're amazing. You're absolutely amazing. And remember, this is a brand new video series, so I will be doing a lot more videos like this in the future. So stay tuned for that. And remember, Papa Slim loves ya. Over and out.